Hey YouTube, Outdoor Tea in the Woods here. So I'm gonna get right to it. This is my shot at the Dollar Tree survival kit. I went with $25 in my pocket. I spent 22 and some change. I got a lot of really good stuff. I'm doing a little different than most. Most, try to put it in a bag to carry with them. Mine's mainly for the truck, to keep in my truck. I do have a small duffel bag that's in my truck, so it wouldn't be a problem to throw this kit in there real quick. I hope you like it, and let's get started. So you can see, first thing I grabbed, I looked for, was this Dropcloth. It's a 9-foot by 12-foot. That's a pretty good piece of, shelter layout to sit on to keep dry. Throw over myself to keep me dry because I did not get a poncho for two things. This one's thicker than a poncho at the dollar store, and also it's a little bit bigger for a little bit bigger shelter, and that's really the main reason why I went with the Dropcloth. Next I went and I found these emergency candles. There's 7 in a pack. They burn for 2 hours and 30 minutes, or 2 hours and 30 minutes each, and there's 7 candles. So I mean, that's a pretty good. I mean, it's not the best. I know there's better ones out there, but that's a pretty good burn time for 7 for $1. I mean, hey, 2.5 hours of light's better than no light, in my opinion. Next, I needed a first aid kit. Didn't really see a lot. But I looked on the bottom shelf and found this. It's just your basic first aid kit. It's got 42 pieces. Got some alcohol pads, some band-aids, clear adhesive, fabric adhesive, and then it is the 42nd piece is this plastic case, which I really like. Just an extra, just a little spot to keep everything in. I can add more stuff into it. Like, I'll probably end up putting a sewing needle and some thread and just some other stuff in it. So that was a really good little quick. I mean, I'm not gonna survive, fix my gunshot wound with this, but it's good to have a first aid kit. I mean, a basic one's better than nothing. I mean, it's better than a piece of tape and a piece of bandana, I promise you. Then I got kids wipes. These are the flushable wipes. They had bigger ones. I wanted the smaller one, or I wanted these because it was a smaller package. You see, I mean, but there's 60 wipes in there. I am very keen on, if I'm laying down or about to lay down, if I can't take a shower, I will wipe myself down with these. And they're also flushable, so that means they are biodegradable. So I mean, if I'm big, I'll carry everything out with me, but if I did drop one or whatever, I know it would biodegrade, and that's just good for the environment. Next, I bought a Fancy Heat. Now, this Fancy Heat can is a liquid. It's not a solid like the Sterno cans. The only thing I do not like about this is if you take this top off, there's a wick and a small hole. It's not all open under there, which, I mean, I can cook off that flame. I mean, that's what it's made for, to heat food or whatever. But I will eventually, after I burn through that, if it was a survival situation, you take this lid off, there's a wick and a little punch. I would end up getting a knife and punching out that hole so I could refill it with heat. This is heat. I mean, it's the off-brand heat, but I mean, you're not using it for what it is. I mean, why spend name brand when all you're doing is burning it in a stove like that? So, I mean, it makes no sense to spend $3 on a bottle of heat when you can get this for $1 and it burns the same. Next, I got, look, it's a bread pan. Yes, this is a bread pan. It's a loaf pan. It's a pretty good size. Use it, you know, boiling water, cooking food, just everything you can do or that you need it for. I mean, that's why I got it. It's pretty thick. I mean, it's pretty durable, and it'll serve my purpose, and that's what I needed it to do. Now, most people will disagree that get a stainless steel bottle. I don't like stainless steel bottles because they dent. I have actually keeping them in the truck, you know, the seat roll back on them, puncture a hole in them or whatever. This is a hard plastic. This sole purpose, you cannot boil water in it, I know, but I can hold water. I have this to boil my water. Why would I need to boil in a bottle? I got two purposes out of this, one with this. So that's why I just got a cheap water bottle. It's got a, you know, rubber O-ring in it. It's got a rubber O-ring in it to keep it from leaking, and apparently it's childproof. But it's a good little sized bottle, and for the purpose I needed to hold water, that's what it is. It's a water bottle, so it'll serve my purpose, and that's what I need. Next thing I got was some bungee cords. 6 small bungee cords. I don't like big bungee cords. I don't need big bungee cords. You know, you can do a lot with big hooked bungee cords, and that's the main reason. I mean, you know, you can put 2 of these together and go with your Dropcloth to make your ridge line. Yeah, it's not the best thing in the world to do, you know, not the tightest, but in a windier situation, I would rather have something with some stretch to go with my tarp, so as it moves, it will not tear. So that's why I use bungee cords, and there is a lot of uses for them. And I'm big keen on keeping bungee cords. Next I got, instead of cotton balls for fire starter, I got cotton rounds, because there's 80 of them in this pack. So obviously I'm going to take some out and just keep these around the house, and, you know, put them in my other EDC and camping pack and my other survival pack. But these are really good. I've used them. I like them better than cotton balls. To me, they seem to absorb better. And when you break them up, the fibers become a little more finer than what you would get in a cotton ball. So that's why I use those. Electrical tape, 2 rolls for $1. I do not have to explain the use of electrical tape. Yes, this is cheap electrical tape. You can make corded. I mean, it's just like duct tape. I mean, you've got so many uses for it. You can even, you know, repair on your Dropcloth if you're using it as a tarp, whatever. I mean, electrical tape, I like it actually better than duct tape because you can reuse it. Duct tape's hard to reuse once it's been on there for a day or two. So that's why I got that. Next, matches. Yeah, I'll end up carrying like 1 box in this kit when I show y'all it all put together, or maybe I won't put it all together in this video, but I will definitely have a video of this kit all together and me using it, because if you can't see it used, or if you don't use the stuff you've got, then in a survival situation you're not gonna know what to do. So yeah, there's, you know, 10 boxes of 32, so that's, you know, 320 matches. I'll carry 1 or 2 boxes in this kit and keep the rest for my other kits. Lighters. I do not like these lighters, not gonna lie, but I do like them because they're $1, obviously. But I like big lighters. They seem to last longer. They don't explode in your pocket or anything like that. But these are easier when they do run out of fluid. You can pop that plastic deal off, and then you'll have a flint striker, so you can still use it after. Bic's harder to do that way. I mean, it can be done, but these are just really easy to do that. So obviously lighter is good for fire starting. Next I got this. Now yes, this is a window sun visor, you know, to put it in your driver's side window or on your windshield to block the sun. You know, it reflects the heat off of your windshield. What does that mean? It does just like a emergency blanket. You can lay this out as a pad, lay on it, and your body heat will reflect back onto you. That's why I got it. It's $1. It folds up to nothing. I mean, it's perfect. Next, I got this little light. It is bright. 3 LED, takes 3 AAA batteries. It's a good little light. I mean, it's not the best in the world, but for this kit, a torch is what I needed. So I like this, how small it is. It is plastic, but it's got a good hand grip on it, and the button's a strong click button, and that's what I need. I need it to last. Next I got some garbage bags. 8 39-gallon bags. Don't have to tell you what to do this for, you know. Sleeping pads, you know, you can actually use it, you cut a hole in it, make it a poncho. I mean, there's a lot of uses for these. Stuff it full of leaves, you know, have a ground pack insulation off the ground when you're sleeping on the ground. That full of leaves, with that, I guarantee you're not gonna get cold. I mean, at night, I mean, you're not gonna, it's gonna be a lot better than sleeping on the ground, I promise you, and a lot warmer. Zip ties. Don't have to tell you much about zip ties. Zip ties are great. You can use, there's a lot of uses for zip ties. That's why I got them. Some poly rope. It's real cheap rope. It's 100 foot or 50 foot, something like that. It's what it is. I mean, it's some cordage. It might not be the best in the world, but in a tight spot, it'll work. Bandanas. 2-pack for $1. Can't beat it. Water purification, bandages, I mean, it goes on. I mean, you're not purifying water, but you can take off all the big stuff, filter it before it goes, you know, into your bottle. So that's why I got those. I mean, sweatband, you know, there's a lot of uses for a bandana. 2-pack for $1, couldn't pass it up. Now, the last 2 things I got in this kit was this. This is a fleece throw. Now, yeah, fleece is not wool. It's not, you know, the best thing in the world for a survival situation. But like I said, in my truck, this is going to be this is going to be fine. It's an emergency blanket for me. I'm just the type of person, when I lay down, I have to have something over me, and a jacket or my clothing's not going to do it for me. I'm just not going to sleep good. I have to have a blanket on me. So I gave $1 for this. It's fleece, it's really thick, and it seems pretty durable, and I like the color. It's nothing too fancy. So there's my blanket. I mean, don't really need it, but it's just something I like to have, so that's why I got it. Finally, this is where it's different. Everybody uses bags to put their stuff in, which is great for carrying. Yes, I can carry a bag in my truck and then put this box in a bag. I mean, there's no big deal. But for to carry it under my seat in my truck, all of this is going to go in there. it's going to be closed up and marked survival kit, emergency survival kit. And I might not be able to go 3 weeks or 2 weeks on this, but it'll definitely get me through a day or two. Now, if y'all notice, I did not use a cutting utensil in this. I did not buy a cutting utensil. And also, I did not pack food. I already have in my truck 3 MREs. I keep them in there for the exact purpose of that. I always I have at least 4 knives, and 2 of them are always full tang that stay in my truck. I do not have to pack those in this kit. I've always got at least 1 on me, on my person, and I've got more in my truck. They don't have to go in this kit. I know I'm going to have my knife. I always have my knife. Now, some people might argue, you know, well, if something happens, you know, flip your truck, or, you know, you got to get out in a hurry and you grab this box, you won't have your knife. Yes, I will. It stays on me all times. So I know I will have it. And if I don't, it's hard, but I can live without a knife. I would prefer to have a knife, but I would prefer to have it. And another thing that's not in this kit is an eating utensil, like a fork or spoon or anything like that. That's because one of my knives that will go in this kit that did not come from the dollar store is why I didn't put it in here. It's a multi-purpose. It has a fork, a knife, and a spoon on it, and that will go in this kit. So there will be a knife in this kit. Let me reframe what I said. It'll be a small, like a multi-tool knife, but there will be a knife in this kit. So that's it, guys. I mean, like I said, I can survive with this. It's not going to be the most comfortable thing, but to get out when I need it and have it, I'd rather have it. I spent 22 bucks. Like I said, it was 21 and some change, so you might as well say 22. But I know I can survive with this. I've done it with a lot less for over 2 weeks. So, I mean, I know I will live or survive, and I can. I don't pack food in here because, like I said, my MREs. I know I can survive at least 3 days on this. 3 days is enough time if it's not a shit hits the fan or moment or anything like that scenario to where I know I can survive 3 days. I will find something to eat before if I have to go longer than 3 days. Trust me. I have to eat. So there we go, guys. Rate, comment, share. Just let me know what you think I might need to add. I will, at the end of this video, add a picture of it all packed in here. Obviously, the blanket will not be in this box, but that's okay. I can live without that blanket in this box. I can just lay it on the top. It's going under my seat in my truck, which is fine. So, thank you guys once again. This is Outdoor Tea in the Woods, and I hope you enjoy this video. It is not that I just want to show you everybody's different. Everybody puts their own twist on everything. This kit right here you can last 3 days. Easy. Batteries give up in your light. You got candles. They're 2.5 hours each. You don't have to burn a candle all night because you don't need a candle all night. You need a candle long enough to see to go to sleep. That's it. You will have a fire if you need a lot of light. Granted, you can get a fire, but that's another story. So, thanks, guys, once again. Comment. Look forward to seeing them. Let me know what y'all have. If y'all make some kits like this, let me know. I mean, that would be great, because that would give me ideas that maybe I need to put some more into this. So, y'all have a great day, and thanks.